Actually, that's what they're very likely to do. Oh well, at least we'll get one fort. Oh, it would be really nice, really nice to lock these guys in here as well. I doubt they'll be so foolish, but... if anything, that means it makes sense to leave the bulk of my army in Jambi, whilst a few go over there. And they almost made it a level 4 fort. That's no barracks defense though, so they'll never make it. And it's not like they don't have much of an army. It's just that I'm better in every conceivable way. So that's going down in one tick. Should be easy enough. Alright, we got colonialism against Spain, as we should. Should I worry about that? Yeah, probably. Or did I just... ah, whatever. I got it against French Brazil, and French Brazil are going to go down. Once the truces are up, mind. Okay, so I've locked in a whole load of the Psy units as long as that blockade remains in place, and there's no reason that it shouldn't. So now I can have this fort fall down, and I'm going to clean up. And boy, am I going to clean up. Well, I also want to take Siak, so these guys are stuck up top. Might as well speed 3 this. On we go. As for you. I know they have units up north. If they stack wipe one of my little mercs, that's no big deal. At least it shows me where they are. Of course, there are other ways to find out where they are. When in doubt, send out recon boats. Oh, hello. You don't really want to eat me, do you? There's quite a lot of them, though. Perhaps I should not be so stingy with my own men. Being stingy is what I do. Now, all this is grasslands, oddly enough. I thought there'd be more jungle to worry about. Hopefully he actually tries to go and take back his own fort there. That's what I'm counting on, at least. Alright, so we've dealt with that one now. You're going to be there on the 17th. You're already there. Let's just get you docked into Jambi. Jambi the genie. And now since you're going into Parambwatsits, we should be able to just jump in and slaughter you on the 1st of May. 30th of April. 29th of April, so give it a little bit of time. 1st of May. 1st of May. Should be a good fight. Well, it'd be a better fight if I was a bit more pious, but tax, manpower, it's all pretty good, but morale of armies, missionary strength. Now I'm gonna go for low piety for a change. Jake likes to mix things up and go reformed. Oh man, it feels so good being relevant for change. So good being relevant. Well, at least we taught them which phase comes first. Still have my 2 siege general. So get over there. So we'll clean up Pasai and then move along. I don't want this war to take too long. I have my claim over on Ashikaga to deal with as well. And that means taking over much of Japan. And I gotta act pretty fast on all of these wars because I know the French are gonna be coming back for me before too long. I also need to think what I want to do to these poor suckers. And a lot of it is down to taking that sweet, juicy trade. And that's Basai and Maka. Maka? Well, maybe I've been playing a bit too much Shin Megami Tensei. Sweet Jesus, that's scary. But none of them should have the go. Needs to actually coalition me. These are all no names. These are the Sunni guys that are around here. Makes sense that the Sunnis would be a little outraged. Just a little outraged. Oh right, there's also my aggressive, my overextension to think about. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Damn, you really can't take much here, can you? I guess I'm gonna have to pass up on Siak. Well, another way to look at it is to take their forts away from them. And another way to look at it is to take the gold. Because as they say, where's the gold? 100 is safe, right? It's over 100 where things start getting nasty. Isn't it? That seems kind of alright. It's a shame that they're so wheeked about there. Once I take that, I need to start coring it pretty immediately, and that's going to be expensive. I think it's all the more reason that I need to focus on admin right now. We're looking to blob pretty hard around here. And I think I should let my units move up a bit more here. Start kicking Pasai more firmly in the face. Jake, isn't that AE? Oh yeah, you're right. That's overextension. I think I made that mistake before as well, didn't I? Sounds like the kind of mistake I would make. Still, taking the forts seems like a pretty good idea anyway. And that's 102 overextension. Ho hum. I mean, I could leave them with that one since it doesn't protect them from, or it doesn't protect them from anything really. And yeah, that seems pretty acceptable. But do I want Pahang? Would I want anything else here? Or is it just about screwing them over? I mean, I do like screwing people over, but that seems pretty fine as is. Take Delhi for a nice 100. Or take that to connect everything. Can't go wrong with the Pahang, especially since it'll give us claims, all the claims that we want around there. And I am really feeling the lack of diplomats. I want more pretty badly. So I got my boat in place here so that I can march my army onto it and off of it. And then this province really doesn't need much more than the cannons taking over all 10 of them. And the rest of us can start marching up over here and raising havoc. Although I'd feel a bit more secure when Pasai actually loses all their troops first. If you want to take Johor, you have to do it 1.5 years after piecing Pasai out. Yeah, that's a good point. I did fight Johor here for a reason. But Johor is only 7 development, so I can look at one of the provinces I took here, Pahang, and just take Kelantan instead. It's nice to have fewer countries since they might join Ming. Kalamang, Mombasa, and Goyo. Quellamine. Okay, so this is just the places that I gave to the Merchant Guild, right? And that would not include any gold. Still, who am I to stand in the way of progress? I want that production. They lose a bit of loyalty though, and I think I've been struggling on the whole merchant loyalty for a while. Especially when they hurt my trade efficiency that hard. But I can't give them all that influence, so we will not stand in the way of that. No point taking extra attrition when there's no need to. One, two, three, four. Now you might wonder why I can move around so freely because of the, even though the fort is there. Well, there are reasons. Also, should I annihilate his fleet while I'm here? Everything points to yes. My transport's out of there. Because I came off of here, this counted as my entry into the zone of control, so I'm allowed to move around here as well. Cheap as hell. You see the AI do it, so this is my very due revenge. There we go, that should be Psy taken care of. Oh man, more than just that. Everybody's dying today. Jake, you don't have sailors, don't fight naval battles. No, but if I do this, then Psy is never going to be a problem on the seas again. Plus, their fleet is mostly transport, so I'm sure we can crush them. Then again, I do need to fight Japan. And the Japanese Navy... Ashikaga have 13 heavies. You make a good point, it might not be in my interest to do that right now. You make a very good point. We still have quite a few units here, but a lot of those are just the trapped army, so transform and move out, that's what I'm saying. Beautiful. Now there's no hurry on these sieges, so I want my cannons over here. That said, it's always good to have a little bit to help you out around here. Get over there. Jake, remember South America? Who remembers that wasteland? But still, we are working on it. I need to strike these colonial nations once our truces are up. There's a lot of striking I need to do, so I need to be quite efficient with these wars. And that's something I'm terrible at doing late into the game. I'm a very inefficient player in the late game. Alright, well, I mean, this is going nowhere. I want those cannons on there, otherwise there's no point in having all these do-nothings hanging around in Malacca. Yes. Can't wait to have a reasonable number of sailors. That'll be nice. Somewhat surprised here that I don't have enough to blockade this province. Maybe I should leave those blockades as is and move you down here, since these ones aren't as important as coming along here and just crushing. I do like to crush. Peasants, eh? Very unfortunate for you, Brazil, because I don't think you're going to be able to handle that. Also, I need to keep these rather than give them over to my friend. So, since this is going to be done in 07, I need this to actually take a while. With that in mind, I should probably retract the colonists. Go figure, one of them wants to rise up. And then I can use the colonists elsewhere. No point in worrying about Panay, but I could get a couple more colonies going on around here. Now the question is where? I wouldn't mind good reason to go and attack Sunda, but I would also like to be able to take over these little spice boys, since they're worth a lot of money, so I'll take that. And then where else? Where else is worth colonizing in the world? There are these delicious Sunni high development provinces. Also the Portuguese are muscling in on this, so I'm not very happy about that. Hmm. 12 development. 13 development. Loads of development. Jake, are there any plans to rebalance age Bonai to have more worthwhile Bonai in each age? The Reformation has a few situational at best. The rest are useless. Wow. There's a hyperbole around here. I'm wondering where to colonize. I shouldn't be so concerned about the large amount of natives, since my armies can destroy them. And it doesn't take you long to go up there, does it? Well, it takes about a month, actually. But I mean, we're going to be there shortly anyway, so I'm just going to do that. Yet another victory for the Timbucks too. And there's this province that is due to fall very soon. Norwegian buggers finished their circumnavigation. Maybe vassalize Ternate so they can colonize for you before integration. I'm not so sure about that, because I'm more wanting to conquer than subjugate. But maybe I should be thinking more about that, since I don't have any subjects now other than the, you know, my good old Morocco. Does me 3 out of 4 though, Morocco. I'm still married to Tunis, I wouldn't mind reallying them in the future. I should probably marry the... Oh, if I wasn't at war, the Ottomans would finally be my friend. That means this war needs to wrap up very soon. And I get myself a sultana. A brand new sultana. Alright, that's excellent. I can finally have something that resembles safety around here. But I need Malacca to go down, and then you're going down as well. So that's an awful army to fight with. Where's our enemy? Really? I mean, Ayutthaya is also meant to be involved, but I don't think Pasai is going to reject me making my peace offer. Good. And it's 7 development. I do want enough to siege, to blockade that one up. On you go. Alright, these guys are all down and out. And I'll have plenty of transports to move everyone around where I need them to go as well. Good. Very good. Why am I going to have a battle here? Pasai and Timbuktu. Ah, that Pasai fleet. Well, bad news for you, kiddo. And that should be that. Everyone's getting annexed. Means I don't need to be kissing the feet of the Turks anymore. Whew, tell you, it feels so good to have France not breathing down my neck, at least for a short while, because that situation was very hairy. But we pulled through, as always. What's next? The Ming declaring war on me? I have a feeling that that could exactly be it. So I need to get out of the war so I can... Okay, stop dealing with these disgustingly smelly Malayans. This isn't the age of them burning down all the trees and causing the smog yet. Well, maybe it is. Now, I'm wasting a lot of money with these guys active. Heavens knows why. Well, the coastal one, I can kind of see the reason for it. There we go. So you were co-belligerent, you have no reason to complain, whilst I take all your money and all your everything. Okay, they do find reason to complain. Do you have an army hiding somewhere? You do, actually. Well, I don't even know where. I also don't care that much. They will give up shortly. I might as well take this moment to... Oh, well, hello Navy. Goodbye Navy. I should probably take this moment to get my troops more into position for fighting the Japanese, because that's what's going to come next. I don't have any rebels to worry about except for Bhutan. I still want to convert Bhutan. What's taking this guy? Well, lack of piety is probably hurting there. Not that Makassar is an easy place to do. Still, if I can hold a single thought in my head for more than a few seconds, I want to transfer units so that they're in good position for taking care of that scum. Aye. Probably something to be said for if you have troops in very atrocious land, throw them onto boats at the turn of the month so you don't have to deal with it. Probably. Jake, you probably don't want to get involved in GB's aggressive wars. What are they doing here? I mean, they're at war with Scotland. I doubt they'll get into any aggressive wars that they would A, call me in for, and, well, actually, why don't I just untick that anyway? Couldn't hurt, right? And if it turns out they don't want the alliance, then I can break it ahead of time. Bloomin' Ayutthaya, holding me down here. But what can I say? I'm in it for the money. Well, I'm in it for losing lots of money. Must be those expensive advisors. I probably shouldn't have you anymore. I should be having, well, nothing wrong with some dip rep. Trapani is done, which means you're going over to Tondo now. And I want to... well, I want to get my claims on you for sure. What do you have that's worth the most? Since I use it so often, maybe I should put development on one of these. What would be decent? Religion? Religion and development? Okay, well, Katai is going to be mine. Excuse me. Yeah, Brunei needs to go down. So many places needing to go down. It's crazy. We're going to be busy slaughtering everyone. Or dying trying. But where else do I need claims? Well, I need to make peace with both of you anyway, so I shouldn't worry too much about that. And when it comes time for peace, it'll be peace for both. Jake, is the British Armada strong enough to beat the French and the Spanish? Nope, it's not even big enough to beat one of those. But maybe someday it will be. We can all hope. So I have a bit of a problem, and that is how am I meant to deal with this? I could get all my units up here. Well, no, hang on, their tech is still garbage, right? And their subjects are disloyal, so I only have to deal with the Ashikaga. Mostly. The Ashikagan army, though large, they don't have particularly good military ideas, as I recall. Yeah, laughable almost. So we can just take over Bongo and Chihuzen, and then we can have this as our area to start with. As long as I seal them off navally here. I'd still be asking a lot for 37,000 to do, but hey, I can try. Worst case scenario, they beat me back and I just have to lick my wounds and come back with more. Shame about the naval limit, I could always do with more boats. Well, I can get more boats, that's the fun thing, isn't it? I just hope they don't destroy me on the high seas, that would be pretty embarrassing. That might be an idea to start shoveling people over. You got a limit of 28 there. So what I should do is make the ultimate army available. So what can I do? Gonna make the ultimate army in Silu for the 37 and then call it. So it needs to have all the cannons because we all know which phase. No, I need to stop saying that. It's becoming everything I ever hate. Mercs should be the one on the front line, as ever. And a decent chunk of view, so that's 30. We need just a bit more. Do I have any... Oh ho! Johor and Ayutthaya, they've decided to come back with a vengeance. It won't be enough to save them, because you're going to be out of that war soon, but hey, can't fault them for trying. I don't even want Pahang, so that's okay. No, wrong ones. There's 37 of our best. Jake, what mechanic do you not like in EU4? I think religion is too simple. And what do you think of Paradox? Says the ambassador. Paradox is pretty great. As for what I don't like, I'm not a big fan of colonization in this game. It's just click button wait. That's not particularly anything. Wonder if I might speed this up if I just kill them, but nah, I need to only hold out a couple of months and they are done like dinner. And the lack of supply here is a bit annoying though. And I still want all these suckers converted, but hey. I'm wondering if it's actually worth considering converting all these animists when Really, I'm getting them faster than I can convert them. But I'm gonna have all these Shintos to convert. Alright, I think I'm gonna go down the religious path. It's the best one anyway. I could straight away get you, but I know I'm gonna need a ton of admin for all the coring I'm about to do, so let's not worry about it. How many are we talking here? 28. Ah, well, you can move into position later. Jake, you already became what you hated when you designed the games with Johan rather than exploiting them. Shell of a former man. Lucas, you're just jealous that we can't play multiplayer anymore. Maybe jealous isn't the word. Saddened. Shattered. Remember all those late nights of watching Lucky get invaded by France? I'll never forget them. Alright, so goodbye Johor. And fairly well Pasai. 92 to go along with my 7. It'd be really funny if a coalition actually did form and kicked my ass. And by funny I mean I'd probably cry. Quite expensive on the dip as well, but yeah, what you gonna do? Just give it to me. Also, I forgot about that. They turn into separatists, don't they? Oh well, it is what it is. Look at those insignificant coring costs for such high development provinces. It's bloody-licious. Also, you have to die. And you have got to repair. Because we're going onwards to Japan next. Now thankfully all these provinces are already our religion, so I can just smack them all down into this tradie malarkey. Shame about the tax that I lose, but that's okay. The aggressive expansion pretty much stops once you get out of Sunni land. Sunda don't even care. They're going to care when I eat into Brunei, but hey. So them to worry about, and me for not to. Another easy victory. Because we lead an easy life. Still, you're getting over there. And I need to think if I want to attack these guys straight away or not. Am I even in a position to do so is another concern. Well, who's got time for concern? Let's just go. The Batani's still wanting to rise up. I need to think what to do about you. I can kind of understand why, but I might just do this, which will get rid of the culture and intolerance thing, and then increase autonomy. Don't want to increase autonomy on such a wonderful piece of land, but I also don't want to deal with Batani separatists. I'm a busy guy, you see. 16,000 of them too. Just do that. Oh, the autonomy is still pretty high. Is that going to change at turn of the month, or just stay there to spite me? That's a lot better. And then I don't mind thunking it up so I don't have to deal with them. How would you change colonization if you could? No, that would be telling. Yeah, really, that would be telling. Ah, now I need to get this core going as well. It would only take 20 months. It's so fast compared to how I normally have these things go. And I also have an extra merchant. I'm also getting... Wow. My trade share of Ethiopia is getting bummed out here because of pirates from Vijayanagar, of all people. That's surprising. Even Norway is collecting quite a bit here. My, oh, of course, overextension utterly cripples your power here. And Ethiopia embargoed me. Ethiopia is my enemy, it seems. I wouldn't mind switching. Well, I know who's going to crush Ethiopia with me. And it's somebody who only wants one province off of them, so they're the ideal person to call in against you. Now the Ottomans aren't going to do that because they're fighting in another war. But once they're done with that other war, and once I'm done with my other war, and what the heck is this? You're actually fighting Ming as well. Wow, the Timurids have really fallen in the world. Really fallen in the world. I'm gonna have to figure out Ming, but that's a problem for future Jake. How many trade companies do you have, Jake? Not enough. I need them all. They will be the secret of wealth. Now, what can I do? I want more money. I always want more money. And I could take Molucca's trade and push it out, but I'm already kind of pushing it here. I could take this, where I should have a little bit of power, since it'll propagate from the Philippines, and push it into the Philippines, where it'll go into Moluccas and then a little bit out. But I'm not sure if that's the best usage of it right now. Could also take a good chunk of this Canton trade and push it as well. I could also collect here because too much trade is slipping through. Bloomin' Portuguese. Why do I have you guys both here? Seems like a foolish thing to have done. And then I get you guys here also drinking that attrition. I also have my heavies that are not quite up to scratch yet. We're getting there, they say. So, Ashikaga and your subjects. Well, Ashikaga, they got 13 boats, I have 20, so I'm not scared of that. And heavy ships are all that really matter around here, as long as I don't fight them on the inland sea. Ah, but this is an inland sea. Well, of course, these got changed recently, did they? Well, Sariku coast is not inland. I wonder if he will come and fight me. Does he have the balls to do so? Well, an interesting thought, nonetheless. Ashikaga is going down, I'm going to get my first toehold in Japan, and then Ethiopia is going to die. I don't care how good they are in tech, me and the Ottomans are going to cleave them, and then I will completely secure Zanzibar for myself. Okay, there are some Norwegian scum around here, but I've got a little trick that'll take care of them. I call it killing them. But all that is going to come later because I'm getting pretty tired. I've got a pretty much full day of streaming ahead of me tomorrow because, hey, 4-day weekend. That's quite nice, isn't it? I got some zombie game to play in the morning and the weekly one-shot and then a couple of Patreon games. At least that's what my muse of a piece of paper tells me. Timbuck to survive France somewhat. And we're on our way to make loads of money. I need to find time to just sit down and crack out like 10 hours of this because I feel like it's going too slowly. I want to smother myself in the money. But we will get there. We're going to hit that money cap so hard. So until then, for me, for now, it's cheers. And just for a short while, cheerio.